Hi guys, how are you all? I'm fine, thank you, and I hope that you are also finding life very interesting. Today, we shall, in continuation of our previous discussion, analyze the character of one of the most important figures in Mahabharata, Dronacharya. But before we talk about Dronacharya, let us brush up some facts that we have learned from scriptures. According to the scriptures, the human being or the living entity is always plagued by five necessary evils, mainly kama, lust, krodha, anger, lobha, greed, moha, illusion, and ahankara, false ego. We all are subjected to either all or most or at least one or two of these evils. Now, let us talk about Dronacharya. Acharya, as the name suggests, happens to be given as a title to someone who is a teacher. Dronacharya was born to a very revered, famous, scholarly, and respected Maharishi or saint called Bharadwaja. But he was also the son of a lady who was ethereally beautiful, an apsara, an angel who was acclimatized to or used to the luxurious way of life. So, Dronacharya was born as a bundle of contradictions. On one side, he was the son of an ascetic person, and on the other, he was the mother. He had a very lusty and luxury-oriented mother, an angel. Now, because of this, he became a very paradoxical and ironical character. Dronacharya had a classmate called Drupada. Drupada was a prince. Now, both of them were very close friends, and when they were teenagers, Drupada promised to the equally young Dronacharya that tomorrow, when he leaves the Gurukula and becomes a king, he will give Dronacharya half of his kingdom. This looks like a very childish and laughable promise. However, Dronacharya chose to believe his friend, and hence, when both of them left the Gurukula, Dronacharya went to the friend Drupada, who was by now a king, and asked him to fulfill his age-old promise of giving Dronacharya the half of his own kingdom. Drupada laughed at Dronacharya. He said that because you are a Brahmin, you cannot be a ruler. The maximum Drupada could have done for Dronacharya was to set him up in a Gurukula in his own kingdom where Acharya could have lived comfortably as a teacher. But Dronacharya was very insulted by this slight, and so he went to Lord Parshurama for assistance. There he learnt martial arts, came to Hastinapur, and became the guru or the teacher of martial arts to both the Kauravas and the Pandavas. However, because of his greed, he could not forget the fact that once his friend had promised him half the kingdom of his own territory, and so he sent Arjuna and his own disciples to go defeat Drupada and snatch away the whole kingdom. Then he made Drupada fall at Dronacharya's feet, say sorry, and then Dronacharya imperiously gave back half of the kingdom that he had himself snatched from Drupada. This earned him an age-long enmity with Drupada, who did a great penance and a great sacrifice to beget a son, Drushtadhyumna, who was born only to slay Dronacharya. The fact remains that Dronacharya was a Brahmin and hence he could not have been a ruler and he could not have thought about possessing the material things and live a luxurious life. But because his mother was an angelic beauty who was acclimatized to or used to the luxurious life, Dronacharya's genes had that greed inside him which made him take some drastic steps which he could have avoided if he had been just Maharishi Bharadwaja's son alone. Please listen to this story, read this story, hear this story, and find out how far I am true in or correct in this story. Kindly form your own opinion about Dronacharya, the illustrious priest of Mahabharata. Thank you.